On April 24th, people around the globe are commemorating the victims of the 1915 Armenian Genocide. Concurrently, in tribute to the victims of what Armenians call the Metz Yerevan, the Aurora Prize for Awakening Humanity has announced this year's nominees. The prize is an annual international humanitarian award recognizing individuals for humanitarian work, and is awarded on behalf of the survivors of the Armenian Genocide. In Yerevan's Matenadaran Museum, the world's largest repository of Armenian manuscripts, Dr. Nubar Afeyan, Mr. Ruben Vartanyan and Lord Ara Darzi spoke on the importance of keeping the flame of remembrance alive as Aurora prepares to welcome its latest nominees into the fold. Aurora Humanitarian Initiative co-founder, the late Vartan Gregorian's memory too was commemorated, who was paid tribute to at Carnegie Hall on April 13th. Arman Gilavian, the CEO of the Aurora Humanitarian Initiative, then welcomed the guests.
There is always two aspects of this day. We are remembering the victims of the genocide, and we are also announcing the names of the Aurora Humanitarians in Matenadaran, in honor of those who saved Armenians.
A century ago, Armenians were struggling to survive and overcome their despair, with many benefiting from the generosity of others and settling into their adoptive countries. As co-founders, our main goal in establishing the Aurora Humanitarian Initiative were to honor the memory of the victims of the Armenian Genocide, something the whole world does each year on this date, April 24, but also to remember the survivors of the Armenian Genocide, and most importantly, to show gratitude to their saviors.
This year, Ruben Vartanyan joined the ceremony live from Stepanakert, the capital of Artsakh, where he took part in the April 24th commemorations.
Unfortunately, 2020 was a very difficult year for Armenians around the world, especially in Artsakh. We are coming back after big war, and from the first day after war was stopped, Aurora Humanitarian Initiative decided to become engaged and support many projects which have been implemented in Artsakh immediately after the war was stopped.
Recognizing the humanitarian crisis caused by the war, Aurora, with a slew of partners, supported 70 projects which have already been implemented and 19 ongoing projects. These range from areas of healthcare, education, infrastructure, humanitarian aid, and social development. Lord Ara Darzi, the chair of the Aurora Prize Selection Committee, drew the bridge between honoring genocide victims and survivors and saluting today's humanitarians.
I know that many of us feel overwhelmed by the seemingly endless tide of human sorrow and suffering we face at the moment. But the Aurora Humanitarians remain the beacons of compassion, guiding and inspiring humanity. It is an honor for me to be part of this initiative that recognizes and supports them.
Thus, Lord Darzi presented this year's nominees for the Aurora Prize. Jamila Afghani from Afghanistan, a human rights activist and educator who has worked tirelessly for the rights of Afghan women to receive an education. Hadi Juman from Yemen, a peace activist, mediator and body collector who risked his life many times to facilitate prisoner exchanges and recover human remains from the front line. Mahia Noor El-Mesri from Egypt, a lawyer and political activist, promoting political freedoms and human rights by defending political prisoners in courts and organizing peaceful protests. With that, El-Masri, Juman and Afghani had their names inscribed in the Chronicles of Aurora, which by invitation of the Aurora Prize Creative Council was curated by Vigen Avedis, who designed and created the title page, where the names of the humanitarians have been inscribed. Using natural materials, it is the first manuscript to be created in the Matenadaran Museum, which houses tens of thousands of ancient Armenian manuscripts. This art piece itself will be part of a special exhibition in Matenadaran, open to the public until May 25th.
E sono stato invitato a Yerevan proprio per questo lavoro dell'Aurora, lavorare sul libro e presentare i vincitori di quest'anno sulla prima pagina del 2022. I sorrisi che ho notato è una lode per me, per la mia arte e per la storia dell'Aurora.
With the nominees announced, it will have to be seen who will be the next Aurora Prize laureate.